Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Recap and Look Ahead show at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. You have come once again to Phil's Corner. I am your host, Phil, as ever, and as always, it is a pleasure to be here with you today. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful weekend at that, as we had some wonderful games of football yesterday, and we shall have hopefully some great ones today as well. Two matches yesterday, two matches again today. We're going to start off talking about yesterday and start off talking about the first game, which was Canada versus Morocco. The Canadians came into the game as slight underdogs. Morocco or were viewed to being the of or higher dog, status, and it was a hard fought game. It very hard fought in the first half, especially. Canada gave the best. They gave Morocco problems all throughout. It was just wasn't meant to be, as they became the first host to be knocked out of the competition, as Azadine Ohani strike Onahi, sorry, Azadine Onahi struck twice. Once off a free kick routine, beautiful free kick routine, and then off the counter, and then Sofiane Rahimi with the last kick of the game, basically 98 minutes, to seal the deal off of Brahim Diaz assist. Two assists for Brahim Diaz, one for Ashraf Hakimi, the two stars really shining there for the Moroccans. And some you just need star power when it reaches the stage, round of 16, just trying to advance as many games as you can. Just keep on winning. That's all you can do in this competition. To hell with really playing great football. Morocco did not play well for most of this game, but they got the win, and that's all that matters. Jesse Marsh said that he would rather be Canada than Morocco. I don't know, man. I think I'd rather be in the competition. So it is what it is. Perspective and you know, it's perspective and objectives, I guess. Priorities. It is what it is once again. But other than that, they shall face France because they defeated Paraguay finally. They've been killed. Paraguay who just refused to go down though, like a stubborn cockroach, just not dying. They were very resilient defensively. Great job by them. Great defending throughout the competition. Very physical game. The ref gave no cards to the Paraguayan team, which is surprising. Mike Oliver gave a bunch in the previous game between the Canadians and Moroccans, but this ref in this game just was allergic to giving cards to Paraguay, even though they probably should have had a couple. But they gave a few to the French team. Whatever. I'm talking about cards because there's nothing really else to talk about in this game. France were limited in terms of the shots they had on goal, with barely any to begin with at all. And in the end, it just ended with a Kylian Mbappe penalty after Desiree Doué came off of the bench for Bradley Barcola, and he weaved his way in the box. Great skill, great feet, brought down, clear penalty after VAR checked it. The ref didn't even see it himself. He didn't see a clear penalty. VAR had to help him, and that's why it's there. But no, just it was very poor, or a very poor refereeing performance, one of the worst of the competition so far. But either way, the again, when you look in terms of France, same as Argentina, the previous day, it's not about. It's no longer about performing great. It's about getting over the line. And that's the best, that's all you can hope to do. And that's what they did. So, good for them. Congratulations to France. They shall face, they shall be facing Morocco in the quarterfinal stage. It's bound to be a good match for that, I am sure. But, in the meantime, we shall now look ahead to today's action. Just a quick note: Kylian Mbappe scored his seventh goal competition from the pen spot, so he's now tied with Messi for top goal scorer. Mbappe becomes the first player in World Cup history to score three or more goals in three consecutive World Cup knockout stages. That is a wonderful, wonderful kind of stat to have if you're him. Now, today we have Brazil versus Norway. That's a 4 p.m. kickoff at the New York, New Jersey Stadium. And of course, 8 p.m. There was some weather. There was a weather scare. There is a weather scare. They were saying they're gonna push the game back to about 1 p.m., which would be before the Brazil Norway game. But it's gonna go ahead and schedule at the Azteca in Mexico City. That's Mexico versus England at 8 p.m. And the winners of these games are gonna face each other in the next stage of the World Cup. So Brazil Norway winner shall face Mexico England. I'm going to give this. I think this is where I thought Brazil would probably end their tournament. I don't think so in the end. I'll give this to Brazil. I think they will probably have a bit too much. Norway haven't actually impressed me all too much, but they have Haaland, so anything's possible. I do think he will score, but Brazil will have a very resolute defense, and they have more players who can produce moments of magic. I think 2-1 or 3-2 Brazil win. 3-2 if it goes into extra time, probably. But 2-1 Brazil win. For me, Mexico, England. England will probably find this very tough. But England, just like our like Paraguay in a different way, I just think they're another team which are just so hard to kill, like DR Congo. So we've been seeing it for the past 2 to 3 major competitions. You just have to find a way to put them down. If you do not, they're gonna keep getting back up, and they will find a way to advance into the latter stages. I see this as being no different. I think Mexico will probably start off well. Will probably have the better for the Madrid game, but England will probably just do a quick smash and grab towards the end. 2-1 win for England, unless Mexico really just shuts the door on them early on. But the more the game grows and the more England are in the game, you gotta give it to the English. But yes, 2-1 for England. It will be Brazil versus England in the next round, as I see it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is today's show. They're gonna get shorter because there's less to talk about, less games which have been played and less news to tackle through them. But yeah, thank you once again. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It's always been a pleasure. I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July and you're having an even better weekend. I hope that the good Lord blesses you on this day. I'd love to get some Chick-fil-A, but hey, it's a Sunday. What can you do? But anyway, folks, until next time, may the good Lord bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time.